privacy, I'll keep it hush, hush. I'll stay down low for you. I like when it's just you and me, I'll keep it hush, 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 baby. I know you love your pride. Hey guys, it's Courtney
and Lex,
and you're listening to another episode of The Pleasure is All Yours. We are here to encourage sexual liberation within the Black and queer community. This is a space where we can grow and learn and laugh and just really talk about any and everything about pleasure. We just really want to express that the pleasure is just...
It's all yours.
It's all yours, boo.
Name, time stamp.
Okay.
Clocked in.
Boom. What's up, bitch?
Oh, nothing really. I almost had to, I wasn't going to get out of my car, but I hate men, and today has been very irritating for me. And in the garage, I just sometimes really hate driving in your garage, bitch, because I was coming in and I obviously couldn't get into the gate because it's closed. Yeah, so I stopped right at the low, right before you actually get onto the flat, so someone could just go around me. And so this dumbass stops behind me and is beeping at me to go forward, and I'm like, I put my hand out.
Go around. Huh?
I'm like, go around. And he's like, move out of the way. And I'm like,
that's what he said?
Yeah. I'm like, go around. And then he followed me to my car, while I'm driving. He's trying to slowly go into the gate so it'll close. And I'm like, dude, I know where I'm going. I'm just going to drive around you. But yeah, I
was this a black man?
No, it was a brown person.
Okay.
And so, yeah. And then my niece's mom, her boyfriend came and picked up the mattress that I've been holding for them. And he brought his stepdad.
Oh, this man again.
And I
don't know why we keep associating with him.
He was as soon as he got there, he was like, oh, I see you're in a better mood today. And I said, you don't want to start with me right now.
And you literally just ruined it.
I fired his ass up real quick. And I said, you're the one who wanted to come over to my house and leave empty handed. I didn't want to see your face for no reason, but you still came upstairs. And I don't know. And then he was like, ooh, I almost said something. I was like, and you gonna make me say some shit to you.
That's crazy. After you supplied his son with a home to live in, a mattress to sleep on, and various other things. Okay.
It was very irritating.
All right.
And he was like, man, you need to leave her alone. You need to leave her alone. She gonna cook your ass up. And I was on the phone with Red, and she literally was like, are you okay? I was like, I hate niggas. I hate niggas. And that nigga going right back to where the fuck he came from, so I won't be having to deal with him.
Yeah, that's a lot. Oof, Jesus. Okay.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I feel like I'm okay. We had a good meeting. Got some free shit, so I can't complain.
It was, bitch, I'm about to find a new job. They don't even know. This meeting made me want to find a new job.
Well, I guess we can't really talk about what it was.
That fucking podcast sticker being there was the first thing. That shit pissed me off. It pissed me off. Especially because the woman who it's for, she came into my store and she's talking to me about it, and then she's also asking me, well, if you have any pointers from podcaster to podcaster. I was like, bitch, fuck you. Yeah, actually, especially seeing that they took my idea and gave it to a white woman. Oh, bitch, I'm leaving. And then the whole video that they were doing,
that was crazy to watch.
That whole thing felt like a sales pitch on why you should stay with the company. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about none of this.
They're trying to increase company morale, but then we found out that they was all getting flat screen TVs
at the fucking 25-year anniversary,
which is last year, and we could not get a raise.
And and during the meeting, I was like, yeah, I feel like we should be focusing more inward than outward. It's just a bunch of boomers and a bunch of young people working for a bunch of boomers, and them trying to always do it their way because they feel like their way is the only way that it could be done. And I'm over it. I'm over it. So I will be. Let me add that to my to-do list, actually, because I've been making it to do list.
Put it on the motherfucking calendar. Put it on the motherfucking calendar.
I'm literally revamp my fucking resume because I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing this shit. This meeting really pissed me off. It pissed me off more than anything. Oh my God, it pissed me off so bad.
Yeah, it wasn't, what the meeting was for, like to learn about things. I guess I learned some things.
The
That's
learning
great.
part is always fun.
Did you see the rep I was telling you about finally?
Yeah.
Not your type?
No.
Okay. All right. Anyway, then say less. Yeah, it's been okay. I've been literally just trying to keep my head above water, making a wave when I can, temporary layoffs, easy credit ripoffs, scratching and surviving.
Is that
Ain't we lucky we got them? Good times. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for
That's
coming to
the
my
song.
TED Talk.
Okay,
If
like,
you guys don't know what that is, you're too young.
No, for a second I was like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I was going to sing it and I said, never mind. Okay, I have a fun fact today.
Okay.
And it kind of relates to what we're talking about. We'll talk about it again later. But I've been watching reality shows again, and I took a big break because I felt like I was living the life of somebody else, instead of living my own life.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm back on my bullshit, okay? Because I found out that Peacock has Married to Medicine.
I love it.
As well as Real Housewives of Atlanta. And so I've been catching up on Married to Medicine. And that's a show based on Atlanta about like a bunch of black doctors and their husbands, mostly. There's like a few housewives that are married to black male doctors, but it's mostly black women doctors.
Okay.
Anyway, so 2 of them are OBGYNs,
Okay.
and they were talking to each other about this thing called the O shot.
Okay.
And it's an injection that, I wrote it down. And it's an injection that was created by Dr. Charles Reynolds in Alabama to treat female sexual dysfunction. So essentially what it is a dose of platelet-rich plasma that's injected directly into a clitoris or a vagina. And it kind of like...
Do they put you to sleep?
No, they don't. And it's actually an in-house like procedure. So you can just go into your doctor's office. They draw your blood. They separate your blood and your plasma, and then they put the plasma in a syringe, and then they inject the plasma into your clit. And they can also do your vaginal walls. And it's said to increase sensation and sensitivity, increase arousal and lubrication, and heightened orgasms. But here's the thing. When the actual injection was tested by Dr. Reynolds' team, they only tested 11 women, and 71% went from distressed to not distressed. So it's kind of like they kept reiterating in all the articles I was reading that there's like really no scientific proof that this is a thing, but it's like patented and trademarked and FDA approved and all this shit. But like there's no proven fact that it actually works. Like they haven't figured that out.
You're not sticking nothing in my clit. I'm sorry. I don't care that. I don't want.
Okay.
Bitch, I'll use some lotions and potions before I let you put a needle in my clitoris.
Yeah, that did sound really crazy. It did sound pretty crazy. But
a needle to the gums doesn't even feel good. Ew.
But for somebody that I guess has issues climaxing, or maybe they have.
If you need it, go do it. Me, no.
I just weigh the pros and the cons, okay? Because that is a really uncomfortable 5 minutes. But I'm also sure that I'm pretty sure they numb the area. But the thing about numbing the area is that you just have to get a shot there anyway, because that's how they numb the area, is like giving you a lidocaine injection. So it's like
I'm not.
You're poison.
Me and my coochie, we are like the best of friends, okay? And if I held a needle up to her face, she would be like, why are you doing this to me? And I would dream about it. It would haunt me. Yeah. That I just stuck a needle in. Oh, not my baby. Oh,
even if you told her like, oh, this is just Botox, you're gonna look so good afterwards.
She'd be like, I'm perfect as I am. And what do you mean?
That's true. But they say it's to help women with dissatisfaction in their sexual lives. Not meaning like their partner can't make them come, but like they physically cannot come, or they have like a low libido. Yeah. But 11 women, probably 11 white women. So I don't know.
Hey, if you want to try it, you go ahead and you tell me how you like it. Yeah. Otherwise, keep your needles to yourself.
I said
away from my coochie.
If I can see if insurance covers it, I might give it a shot for the one time.
Is there a copay for this, or is this on you since it's like women's health kind of thing?
Yeah, it seems like
I got to go to my OB
preventative care, really.
Yeah, right.
Like preventing me from being a crazy bitch.
Or it's like it's like that thing where they say like improving. It's like hindering your life quality. Yeah. Your quality of life. I feel like I have a right to this because my quality of life, absolutely. Awful.
If that's what you need to do to get that baby,
syringe my cooch, please.
Okay. Don't do this by yourselves, you guys, because it says it needs to be done by a professional in a very specific place because you can injure yourself and your clitoris, and we do not want that. So do not try to go separate your own plasma, guys.
Yeah.
And inject yourself.
I don't even know how that's even done. I don't even know how that's done.
I think you draw blood.
Shake it?
Yeah, you shake it really hard, and then you spin around really fast in a circle. And then you tilt the bottle on its side, and then you should see the separation between the plasma.
Okay.
Now you know.
All right.
You're welcome.
I won't be trying that, but thank you for letting me know, because now I do.
I found another fun fact through Married to Medicine, but it's like, should I save it considering like we'll need another fun fact next week, or should I just drop this knowledge on you now considering we're talking about clitorises?
If we're talking about them, I don't see why not.
Okay, let me drop
I
this
feel
on
like
you.
next week you'll forget.
Yeah, I will. I wrote it down though because I wanted to use it for fun fact, just like I wrote this one down. But I'm gonna tell you now.
Okay.
On Married to Medicine, the OBGYNs, we're talking to a pregnant patient. And this woman, her clitoris ripped in half during childbirth.
I was just about to, like, as soon as you said she was pregnant, I was like, I just saw a thing about your vagina ripping all the way up to your clit.
All the way up. From
I'm
the
never
bottom
doing
to
it.
the top, baby.
I'm
like
never
a
doing
zipper.
it. I'm sorry, I'm not doing
That's
it.
insane. Your clitoris was
That
was ripped.
That's probably like the number 2 reason why I won't be having them. Number 1, no free time.
That's number 1.
Overstimulation / no free time. That is number 1. Second, possible clitoral rippage. No.
That just puts a terrible image in my head. I hear like a paper cut, like shh, yeah, exactly, bitch.
Yep. Like in an animation when like, yeah.
Yikes, scary stuff.
I hope you clenched up a little bit in your cooch, because I definitely did.
Oh, absolutely. If any of our listeners have kids and you experience a clitoral tear, or a perineum tear during childbirth,
how was that for you?
Yeah.
And how did that heal for you? And how has that changed like your sex life, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I could not imagine. And did they like sew it back up for you?
Yeah.
Did you get a new clitoris? Please let us know.
State of the art.
Okay, hold on. 'Cause, scientifically engineered pussy.
Oh,
that's the best kind of pussy.
That's why we
right
love the
there.
dolls.
Okay,
That's why we love them.
Girl, you packing?
Yeah, you know. #happy late trans visibility day.
Yeah. I just did a rainbow with my head. Okay. So today we'll be talking about libido. And I know we've kind of touched on it before, but just mostly we'll be talking about reasons that people might have a decreased libido, and also how to increase your libido with things on the outside. So a libido, if you don't know, is a person's sex drive or desire to participate in sexual activity alone or with others. And there's typically 2 types of libidos, and you can have both of them, but for women, usually you start out with one and you transition into the other. So the first one is spontaneous libido, and that's that horny feeling that seems to come out of nowhere, like usually associated with like your teenage years where you're like sharpening your pencil and you're like, oh, my pussy is on fire right now. I need some shit.
I still be having those moments.
Okay, yeah. So you might be a lucky one that really has spontaneous desire no matter what. You know,
Like,
it's not like you're thinking about sex. It's more like you're just operating, and then
I'll
you
literally be at work doing stuff, and I'm like, wait, I'm a little slippery.
Ooh, yeah, exactly. It's like I want sex, then you take action to get it, and then you get aroused. After you take action, you're in the moment, then you get aroused. That's what spontaneous libido is. Responsive libido is getting turned on in response to an outside stimulus. So like reading an erotic novel, feeling your partner touch the small of your back. So the arousal comes first, then the desire, then the action. So like somebody touches your back, whoa, I'm wet. Okay, now I want sex. Okay, let's have sex. Like that is responsive libido. And most women age out of most women age out of their spontaneous libido after their teens and 20s, and then start to believe something's wrong with them because they aren't thinking about sex as much as they once were, or it's a little harder to feel aroused. But really it just means that they might need to discover different ways to arouse themselves and then actively seek those out. So like if you know you get aroused by reading an erotic novel, maybe you should try reading an erotic novel every night before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because then it'll put that on your mind throughout the day, which will arouse you. And then it becomes more of a spontaneous libido probably over time.
Yeah.
But nothing's wrong with you, you know? You just experience arousal and
so many things
a different way.
can block your mind.
Exactly.
So many things can block your mind. I feel like we sort of briefly touched on this topic in another episode.
Oh.
Like, very briefly.
Okay. Yeah, I know. When I was looking at some of them, I was like, oh, yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
But that's good because I like to hammer it into you bitches.
Yeah.
How you can improve your sex life, okay? So when I talk about loss of libido today, I've learned that there's not a baseline for what's a healthy libido in a human. So whenever they talk about having a low sex drive or having a low libido, it's usually referring to like having mismatched libidos with your partner. Like my partner's super high sex drive, but for me, I don't need it as much as him. And that in comparison to him, I have a low sex drive. But there's no like definition of a low sex drive. There's not, oh, I'm not thinking of sex 2 to 3 times a week. So that's how I've been diagnosed with low sex drive.
I feel like low is what is ever like, yeah, like you said.
Whatever's different to you. That's the other thing I said was that it's just like noticing your personal differences. So like in 2022, I was horny all the time. I was thinking about sex. I was getting sex. I was feeling aroused all the time. But now in 2023, I'm not thinking about sex at all. I'm having sex once a month and I don't really desire to have any more than that. That can be a sign of a low libido because it's just lower than what you were previously.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a lot of reasons for it. Obviously, you have like relationship issues, lack of communication, security, intimacy, things like that. And then some people might mistake having issues for like, what is the word I'm looking for? Being out of the honeymoon phase.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because like the first 3 months of you being with somebody, or really what I found was 6 to 12 months of being with somebody can be like you're in a state of limerence, which I didn't know there was a term for that, but it just means like obsessive and like that can't keep your hands off of each other vibe, like that. It only lasts for about a year. So after that point, you have to be more intentional.
Yeah.
Really, I feel like the difference between spontaneous and responsive is intention, you know? Like, you just got to actively work for it, go out and seek it, go out and arouse yourself, and the other one
I think,
presents
like,
itself.
I think I have a lot of spontaneous, like, libido. I'm also extremely responsive. Like, so you don't really have to do much to get me, like, my brain there almost immediately. But like in moments when I think about it, like, I don't know, I think maybe it's because like I do tend to masturbate more. Like I am usually fantasizing or something. So I think that is probably why mine would be like a little responsive, like a little spontaneous. Cause I'll be counting money and I'm like, it's a little tingly in here. What's up?
Oh, wow. Touching money does that to you?
I think maybe.
I think you're just a bad bitch. That's all that means. That's cool. I don't necessarily have spontaneous libido very often. I think now that I'm off of my birth control, I do more than I used to, but I'm definitely more of a responsive bitch, you know? Like, even if I want sex, I'm not going to really seek it. Like, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I just think maybe I'm just very submissive and I just want everybody to just come on to me. I think that's what it is.
Hey, and that's okay too.
It must be. Has to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, another factor would be stress, anxiety, exhaustion. All these are very self-explanatory. I just feel like living in a capitalistic world is just very unsexy.
Especially as Black people, especially as Black femmes and women also, since like everybody fucking hates us but also wants to be us at the same time.
Confusing.
Just makes no motherfucking sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Like
it's hard to be horny when the world's against you, bro.
It is. And you have to pay things like rent every month. And like, you know, you have to worry about things like a credit score and a job.
Yeah, and men.
Ugh. That's like a big one right there.
Yeah, awful stuff.
Yeah. So if you are not horny, it might be just because you're living in 2023.
Baby, you need to relax.
Good luck.
Need a spa day. Need to unplug from that phone for a few days.
Truly. I really need that. That sounds really good.
My phone, honestly, I have like, you know how you can set a focus mode? I have my personal focus mode on, and there's only like 4 people whose notifications I will get in focus, and I don't get any app notifications in that whole time. So it's just really nice because earlier I wanted to read, but I was like, every time I try to read, I get distracted by my phone. So I put my focus on. So it's only like you, it's Red, it's Snow, my sister.
Okay.
Like it's literally just people that if like they text me, I'm gonna want to like respond real quick, but everyone else can wait.
How often do you do that?
Honestly, if I'm at home and I just feel like I want to sit and not say anything, like I heard someone on TikTok say they wanted to go nonverbal, and they're like, it's just like I don't want to say anything to anyone for like hours, you know. Whenever I'm feeling like that, I don't really want to talk. I usually put my focus on, because then I don't get Twitter, I don't get anything besides the apps I allow, which is none of them, or the people that I allow. So that way, if you call me or if you text me and you're within that group that I put. And I made it to where people can't see when my phone's on Do Not Disturb.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not about to notify me anyway. Fuck you.
I will do it too. Let me hold down this message.
No.
Notify anyway. Send loud. Send slam.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see this?
That's why my whole fucking thing, you won't even know my phone's on Do Not Disturb because that notification shit is off.
I might have to get into that. Okay.
You can set it up to where it goes like during certain times of the day too.
Yeah, so. I need some quiet time, bitch. Another one would be depression and health issues. Chronic depression and lack of serotonin make it difficult to find the energy for sex or the desire for sexual activity.
On the counter side, so does antidepressants.
Right, exactly. Many antidepressants can cause low libido or difficulty climaxing. Which one are you on?
I'm on Lexapro. I think like... But, you know, I take those vitamins that we sell at our job pretty frequently. So I feel like sometimes it really counteracts it, but sometimes it takes me a really long time to actually have an orgasm, which is also why I try to take my medicine pretty early in the morning, because if I'm doing stuff in the afternoon, it usually isn't like as bad. And then, no, I think that's mostly it lately. It just, sometimes it will take longer. And that's like so frustrating for me because like, and you know, I've said before, like sometimes I can like feel the tingle of my orgasm and like mentally reach out and grab it. And like in those moments, it's like, here's the orgasm, here's my hand, and this is me trying to fucking grab it, and I can't. And so I just really, I don't know, it just takes more mental effort in those moments, and it just is really annoying.
Is it like a numbness down there, or is it like it's like a mental block, like you can't?
It's like a mental block. It's like everything feels good. Like everything feels really good. And I'm like, I can literally feel the orgasm in my toes, but it just won't. It just won't. It just won't. And like, you know, sometimes people start to get a little tired and I'm like, oh, like it's so close, I promise. But it just takes a minute sometimes, which is really, really annoying.
That is really weird. I wonder what that feels like.
But sometimes after like a few of them, they'll come easier.
Okay.
But getting started sometimes takes a bit.
But you don't have a problem with actually getting aroused. Like if like your pussy's wet as normal, all that stuff is normal.
Yeah, I would say so. But I also think the partner I have is like, it just is like crazy. Us together is like insane.
Okay,
insane.
so that
I
helps
love it. Yeah.
overcome.
Yeah, and I try to like things like in moments when like shit is happening, I'm like, it'd be really sexy if I blah blah blah, if I said this or if I did this. I try to act on those thoughts to keep myself like there also.
Okay.
So like, I don't know, if I'm thinking something sexy and I want to do it and I'm in a place to do it, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
She was taking a shower and she has like her shower is like your shower with the window, but on the other side of the window is her bathtub. It's like a big circle bathtub, and she was taking a shower, and so I just got in the bathtub and I just laid out, and she like, because it was foggy, and she like cleared the fog, and I was just playing with my pussy while she was taking a shower, and she was like, "You're making this so hard." I was like, wow.
Well.
And like, I just had the thought. She was like, come keep me company. And I was like, okay. And I was like, wow, I was like, if I were in the shower, I would love to watch someone touch their pussy out there. So I was like, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think like acting upon your
Act
impulse,
upon
your sexual impulse.
Yes. The ones that are reasonable,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Something like that, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I'm in the changing room with you and you look great. I'm gonna put your nipple in my mouth. Absolutely.
Okay, naturally.
Those are
that.
reasonable things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You heard it here first, guys. If you're on antidepressants, act on your impulses when you
Act on
get
your
them,
impulses,
guys.
like, when you have them.
Consentably. Consensually.
Like when you have them, like, absolutely.
Yeah. Wow. What dosage are you on? Do you mind me asking?
25.
Did you get, like, was that adjusted? Have you been on a different level before?
Yeah, I was at a lower dose. I think it was at like 15 at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, it just wasn't working for me.
Okay.
She gave me that 15 and I was on it for like a month and I was like, I still want to cry. Like,
all the time.
I want to cry. I'm not as anxious, but bitch, I want to cry all the fucking time. So she like basically doubled the...
You know, I had to double it.
Yeah, literally. So I take them every morning very religiously. Okay. And if I like on the weekends, I did. On the weekends, it's really hard because at least when I'm working during the week, I have my bag with me, my medicine's in my bag, and I have breakfast while I'm at work, and I have to take my medicine with food. So.
Okay. Oh, that's a good way for you to remember to eat.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yes, because I be feeling mad woozy if I'm like, am I drunk? Or
really,
like it does not good if I take it on an empty stomach.
I'm really bad at taking medications. Yeah. So we were talking about depression and low libido. I'm just trying to steer us back. Yeah. As well as like blood pressure medications, diabetes medications, heart disease medications. All of these can cause decreased blood flow to the genitals and therefore lower your libido. So like if you or your partner have diabetes and they're having a hard time getting it up or, like keeping it up, then you might need to get some like supplements. You can get them at like the sex store. You can probably get a prescription for them from your doctor.
Don't get them from the gas station or the smoke shop.
Period.
They don't sell anything else related to that, but you gonna trust them niggas with
something to take internally?
You're crazy.
No, thank you. They fell off the back of a truck, sir.
Yeah.
No. And then the last one I have for possible reasons that your libido could be lowered is drugs and alcohol, okay? Excessive alcohol use can cause erectile dysfunction in men and lower libido in women. It also like decreases your hydration, which makes it harder for your pussy to get wet, okay? When your pussy can't get wet, what you supposed to do? And then, of course, drugs, especially drugs that drain the happy feeling hormones. They aren't great for libido because if you did a Molly last night and, your dopamine levels, your serotonin, whatever it is, are depleted, bitch.
What you doing? What you gonna do?
How are we gonna achieve orgasm if there's no happy hormones in our body to help us get there? It just doesn't make sense, guys. If you do decide to do little Molly and you want to have sex the next day, I recommend lots of lube and a really, really big and greasy meal.
Yeah.
And a really, really long and fruitful nap.
Yes.
And then when you wake up, you will feel better and you will be able to fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely can when I'm on it.
Oh, not while you're on Molly.
Okay.
Like the day after.
Okay,
after everything's already been flushed out of your system.
Yeah,
Although I will say I have never been successfully able to have sex on drugs, period. I've never been able to have sex on any kind of drug except for marijuana.
Nah, I definitely... there's one other one, but I don't... Not on acid. But I've only done that like twice, and I don't think I'll ever do that again in my life.
It seems so intense.
It is so intense. And when people are like, oh yeah, I do this all the time, I'm scared of you bitches.
Yeah.
You bitches. Y'all
don't give a fuck.
Y'all don't give a fuck. And you know something I don't know. And you know what? Maybe we should keep it that way because I'm scared of you bitches.
Bitch.
Literally. Both times that I did it, like the fact that I would close my eyes, I was literally like, look at the time. I would close my eyes and I would open my eyes, different place. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at right now? It's like literally your brain takes you completely somewhere else. I'm catatonic in my bed.
Yeah.
And then I look at my phone and it's like 3 hours later. I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I only closed my eyes for 2 seconds.
It's a lot. And I just feel like with the tastes and the smells and the textures and changes of things, like I feel like it's too motherfucking much.
Yeah.
Too many variables.
I turned on those strobe lights, got up under my blanket, turned some music on, and that was enough.
Yeah.
But
I enjoy just laying.
Yeah.
Or taking a walk when you come down a little bit. That's always nice.
Yeah. I feel like you're not really walking.
Yeah. We still have to do our epi on that, but it's like I want to
We need
also
a
find
refresher
employment a little bit.
That too.
That too.
We need a refresher for sure. We'll get
It's hard to find that
soon.
good stuff these days. Things that you can trust.
One day, bitch. One day.
So those are the reasons I've got. I'll run them through again. Relationship issues, stress, depression, health issues, drugs and alcohol. All those could be like many of the other reasons why you might be having low libido. And it could also be as simple as low self-esteem, family issues. Your mama's been on your ass. Bitch, you're broke. Yeah. That is a big low libido factor for me.
I don't have
it's starting
money.
to kick
I'm
in,
not
okay?
trying to fuck.
It's like I really need to be focused on other things.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Anyway, that's how I'm feeling right now. Okay. So now I want to talk about libido enhancers, things to get you into that. Yeah. Things that make you do that.
I gotta chill.
Perfect.
Somebody told me that was an anxiety tick, and I was like,
that's a lot.
Guys, you're giving me more to be anxious
I don't
about.
think that's a no. I know I can agree that maybe there's anxious tics.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's one of them.
I was like ever since I saw that and I have a chill, I'm like, what am I anxious
about? Oh my God. This is the same reason that everybody thinks they have autism now because everybody watches TikTok. Come on. Don't scare yourself. Don't listen to these 19-year-olds. Okay. Libido enhancers are things that enhance your motherfucking libido, guys. Catch up. Stay with me here. People with chronically low libidos can try a variety of ways to improve or boost their libidos. One of the most popular ones and one of the ones I would recommend is pills, herbs, and supplements. So like there's daily supplements like ashwagandha, damiana.
Damiana is a really, really good one.
And like cinnamon, you can find all of those at like your GNC, your Amazon, your Vitamin Worlds.
Also really good if you have an apothecary near you. There are most apothecaries will have a sexual wellness, like either blend you can smoke, blend you can steep in water as like a tea, or they'll have it ground up in a capsule. So, if you are looking for like super metaphysical, like kind of thing where you don't have to go to somewhere like a GNC because, corporations and shit, look up a local apothecary and see if they carry anything like that, or ask the person that's there, like if they can suggest something. But cinnamon helps. One of our friends told me that they were having they'd have toast in the morning with butter and they'd sprinkle cinnamon on it. And they have it for breakfast in the morning. And they were, after a couple weeks, they were like,
when I was drinking my iced coffee, bitch, I put a little sprinkle of cinnamon in that every morning. I noticed the difference.
Oh, love it, yes.
But them capsules, like any kind of thing that's just pure herb, I feel like you'll feel the effects a lot quicker. And it's something you can take daily.
Yeah. And the more stuff like that, the more you take it, the more it, stays in your system.
Yeah. And, the Damiana and ashwagandha specifically, they promote relaxation and blood circulation, two things that are really important for you to get horny, because the more your blood's circulating, the more it's going to get down to your genitals, the more alert you'll be, and then you're also relaxed because you've been smoking the ashwagandha Damiana mix.
Yeah, I do like a little Mary J with that Damiana.
Yeah, it's some really good shit. It does what it needs to do.
Yeah, that's a one for me for sure.
Yeah. But there's also one-time stimulant pills, like the ones that is this what you were talking about when you said you were taking the vitamins from the store? What are you talking about?
No, the one I'm talking about is the one that lasts for a week.
Which is what?
The Wild and then the Kinky Kitty.
Okay. Yeah, those are like one pill.
It's one pill.
Yeah.
You take one pill and it usually lasts for a week.
Okay.
And there was a point in time where I was taking them once on literally on the same day the next week I would take another one. And I just was like,
you felt good?
Yeah,
it
because
didn't affect you too much?
No, I mean I was tweaking for sure, but it was sometimes I like walking around being really horny and flirting with people and then just going home and masturbating. That'd be fun as hell.
I meant more the sight of for me, I like those pills, but they the boner bears. They give me
the sinus,
the sinus pressure, and then my nose is really stuffy and it's just not fun, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
And then the wild, like sometimes I'll get a headache or I'll get really dry mouth. Mostly just a fucking headache though.
Yeah.
Like whether it's wild or pink pussycat.
Yeah.
So like there's just like certain side effects that like I don't like.
Yeah.
But they fucking work because it's
yeah.
a concentrated like blend of like herbs
One
and
of the-
energy vitamins and like all
one of
these
the
other
main
things.
ingredients in the wild and the kinky kitty is Damiana and horny goat weed. But I also like when I take those, when I tell you I drink a ridiculous amount of water when I drink those, because I've been trying them for so long. Like the sinus, I can definitely like relate to you on, and there are sometimes where like sometimes it's worse than others, but because I know like usually what my body's supposed to feel like when I don't have any side effects, I'm like, okay, well, either I didn't drink enough water or I didn't drink enough water is usually the thing. So, but or I didn't eat or I haven't eaten or something like that, you know?
I do take them pretty often. It's just not something I'm going to take every day for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. It does last for a few days.
I'll take one for every week though.
I put cognitive in sex therapy, but that's more like if you're having relationship issues or self-confidence issues or body issues or trauma, you know, that you need to work through. Therapy is always going to be a good way to start unearthing the reasons behind why you might feel the way you feel about sex. And therefore, once you uncover the issue, you can heal it, and then maybe that'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
So, that's one of them. And then the last would be prescription medications and
Yes.
procedures. So like the procedure would be like the O shot or like vaginal rejuvenation.
Or even like you can get hormone shots as well. One of my friends said that she got a hormone panel and she got like a blend of hormones that she could just take. I don't know what the hell she was talking about, but she was like, yeah, whatever it is, they gave me a hormone panel and they gave me this to basically make up for what like I don't have, or like
I know they have like the estrogen
to regulate
cream.
me, to regulate her, or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder what blend of hormones she's on.
That's what I
The
said.
Damiana blend. I don't know.
Damiana blend.
But yeah, I know they have like estrogen creams that like people in menopause can use, that they rub them on the lymph nodes and everything, and that helps, you know, increase your lubrication and like things that you don't get when you have low estrogen.
Yeah.
So that might be a good one. I heard that women can be low on testosterone, which is interesting. I wonder what that's like.
The testosterone is definitely going to make you horny.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what your T levels are.
Bitch, you and me both. You and me both. Because I'll be like, yo, you have to calm down. There was literally the other day I was walking in with Red, and I don't know what I said, but I was like, hey, I just want to let you know, if I could just have a little taste, I'd love that. And she was like, my mind's not even there right now. I'm like on a to-do list. And I'm like, I'm just saying it as in a put it out there. I'm not saying it as it has to happen, because I know somewhere my brain's always there, like somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, some part of it.
It's some part of my brain. And you could like do the smallest thing or like say the smallest thing. And then I'm like,
Okay.
it's annoying sometimes, because it's like, I'm not trying to be horny right now. Or I say something and it comes out really horny sounding, and I'm like, I'm not. Wait, pause, back up.
Pause. I think it takes a lot for me to get, but I like to be fun. So like, I like to like say wild things and do wild things to my partners, but like, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm horny all the time, which is like so confusing for people. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I just like to tease, and I like to like tease and then not do anything. But like the partner I have now, like if I do anything like that, if I kiss on their neck or like grab on them, they're like, all right, now, all right, be careful, because you're gonna get fucked. And like, so seriously, I really will. So like, I'll be playing with him, but like at some point I'll be like, you can't, because we cannot fuck right now. I don't have my shit. You have to stop touching my lower back. But I'm like, you don't like just like feeling like pent up and like jazzed up like that. I do.
A tease is fun. Just tell me, like, don't tell me you're teasing me, but like, just be like, oh, I'm just here. If you just say, oh, I'm just here, I'm like, okay, do your thing then.
And I mean, I still do it,
Yeah.
but it's just interesting. So I don't have a lot of questions for the girls today, okay? But I will ask you, have you ever had like what's been your libido journey? Have you had moments of your life where your libido has been schmacked, like non-existent, or have you been pretty steady, like no matter what's going on in your life, you always stay horny, bitch?
So I will say, and I was just talking about this the other day, I will say, like, my last relationship was probably like the least, like, I would have horny moments, obviously, and I was like, and we'd have like great sex also, obviously, but like there was so often that I wasn't really like in the mood.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, prior to that, I was like, bitch, I was all over the place. I was
Yeah.
like all over the place.
Yeah.
So, you know, I wasn't really like, in the beginning, definitely we were having like a lot of sex, but I think it just came with like so many things started happening all at once that like it just gradually got harder and harder for me to actually get and stay horny. And like I never mind like servicing my partner, you know, like literally ever. That sometimes me doing that will kickstart my libido, and then I'm like, yeah. But like there was a lot of times where I'm like, I'm not really feeling it actually. Like I don't really like, we could cuddle and go to sleep right now, honestly, you know. So that was really surprising to me, but it's even more surprising to me because like I'd be so like foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
Like lately, oh my god, I'd be foaming at the mouth.
Well, you know, I mentioned in the outline, you know,
Yeah.
it's hard when
Life troubles can definitely kill a libido.
Definitely.
And like relationship troubles can
Destroy.
definitely like bury it in the ground,
Yeah.
like for sure.
For sure.
But like I don't know. And like also there are times where like there were times where I have a problem, like I have like trauma I have to get through, and there are like times where I want to feel sexualized by my partner. Like I want that. I want you to look at me and be like, oh my god, I'm horny, you know? But then when it starts feeling like that's where you always are, or like you feel like me having sex with you is like I have to, you're making me feel like I have to do it, or you're making it seem like it's a determining factor for whether or not I love you is if I have sex with you. Yo, quickest way to literally send my libido to hell. Like as soon as I get that feeling where it's like, you don't think I love you unless I'm giving you my body, unless I'm fucking you, is crazy. Because what the fuck is like, what's sex anyway? Like, what is it anyway? I'm literally like trying to be as vulnerable with you as possible. Like literally still trying to like, I'm still affectionate, still kissing on you. I still want to make out. I just don't want to fuck. And then you're like, well, we don't have sex that often anymore, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, do you see all the things that are going on
all the things
around us? Like Paris is burning around us, and
Yeah.
you're worried about why I'm not trying to fuck right now. Like, what?
Yeah.
So many fucking things, man.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if I'm not being treated with, I feel like the emotional respect that I deserve, you know, it's just really hard for me to get some shit popping.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I also view things like kind of like your ex did, kind of, where it's like, not if you're not giving me your body, you don't love me, but more like if I'm not giving you my body, you'll feel unloved.
Yeah.
Even if that's not the case.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, okay, well, even though this nigga pissed me the fuck off today, or even though we have not been connecting like intimately at all, or like emotionally, I'll be like, let me go ahead and pop this motherfucking pussy on a nigga real quick.
Yeah.
So that everything can feel normal.
Yeah.
And, like, I hate that vibe.
And I would just not, like, I don't know. And then like it was like when I felt it building up, because like I was like, oh, they're not asking about it. Like, okay, we're chilling, everything's good. I'm like building myself up mentally and emotionally back up to it. Then we get into an argument about the fact that we haven't had sex. And I'm like, okay, now I got to start all the way over. Now I got to start my shit all the way over, talk myself out of a whole fucking thing, you know? So I don't know. I've had that issue, but like when I will say, whenever I'm solo, whenever it's just me, but honestly, I was telling Red, I was like, it's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy. It's insane how much I like want a person, and like, I haven't had like I have had it like this, like where someone like wants me like that, but it's, oh my God, it's, especially lately, I'm like, it's Is there something you want to tell me?
Oh.
Because it feels like you're trying to tell me something down there.
What's she trying to tell? What's she trying to tell you, bitch?
I don't know. I don't think she's trying to tell me anything. She's just been, like, I think both of us have really been, like, really
feeling
connecting.
each other, yeah.
We've been, like, really connecting over the past week.
It's probably because of all the communication things you've had to overcome together and how, like, you know, you realize this bitch might be really good for you.
Yeah, I never doubted that ever. I never doubted that ever. But it just is, like, very... it came out of nowhere, truly. Mostly because, like, bitch, I'm just not trying to go there. I'm just not trying to go there. I'm not trying to put my heart there. I'm not trying to put my mind there either, especially because I don't have the time for recovery.
Yeah.
I don't have the emotional stability right now for recovery. I don't have that shit. So, you know, it's just nice that even recently we had a conversation and she was like, I really like you. I enjoy you. I want it to stay exactly like this. Yeah. Like, until we need to have another conversation, I wanted to stay exactly like this. And us having a conversation on what my boundaries are going forward and stuff, and just how receptive she was to that, and the fabulous makeup sex we had afterwards. It was just, like, really affirming. Mm-hmm. So now I just feel like everything's, like...
steady. Mm-hmm. Okay. I love that. I love to hear it.
She's amazing. I'm a fan. And she was like, I just... adore you so much. I was like, please. Aww. Stop.
And this will be our first week without each other.
Yeah, because she's going out of the country. But to be fair, I did help her pick out some of her outfits.
Oh, fun.
So that was nice.
What do you do in a country like that?
She showed me her itinerary, and it is quite long.
Oh, wow.
But she had on the bottom, get Lex something she'd like. I was like, love it. Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
Well, I can't really think of any questions for my girl other than that.
Yeah. What about you, Court? What about your libido journey? Ducking and dodging.
Bitch, I don't know. I just feel like I'd be thriving and not thriving at random times. I don't know. When I was on my birth control, I just blamed everything on my birth control. Mm-hmm. And I, as I say every fucking week on this podcast, I was on birth control for almost like 10 years, if not 10 years. And now that I'm off, I've been off for like 8 months. I have an IUD. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, I feel like I'm just learning what everything actually is now. Yeah. Like for me, like what my body operates on, like at a natural hormone level, that I'm not controlling with a bunch of medication. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think people's attitudes towards me is like a really big thing. Mm-hmm. So
what do you mean?
Like in my relationships, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm usually very sexually attracted to somebody until like they just start treating me differently. Yeah. And I don't want to do all those things anymore.
Yeah, of course.
But like I don't know, like I can't track my libido and say like at any point in time it was just low. Actually, bitch, yes I can, because like last year I was talking about this and I thought it was my birth control, but it was really just my cheating ass nigga probably. Yeah. So like again, I don't know, y'all.
I'm blaming that nigga.
Yeah, I'm blaming him, and I'm blaming birth control. I'm blaming everything. But I feel way better now. I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling way better now.
Good.
I have lots of responsive libido. I have lots of spontaneous libido. But I feel like that comes from the fact that I'm fucking a lot right now. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot to think about all the time in my head up here.
Like lots of flashbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, which get me going, which make me want to do more, you know?
Yeah.
Which is helpful. So congratulations to the people on my squad right now. We are doing great.
Love it.
Yeah, it's kind of a short episode today, but the last one that we did was like an hour and a half, and the one before that was like an hour and 15. So
yeah, it would be okay.
Do the math, you guys. Average it out. Do you have anything else to say, boo?
I don't.
Okay, well, thanks for listening, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube. And you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and the other one.
We do have a Facebook group.
Okay. Yeah. That too. At All Your Pleasures _ okay. You can head to the link in our bio to find all that information in our personal Instagrams. And yeah, no matter what day you're listening to it, I hope you guys have a great day and a great week. And we love you.
Bye.
Bye.